What's on, minifans? The name of the game today? Walkways. I love the look of truss bridges with the angled supports on the sides, and I thought I want to have a walkway just like that, and here's the result of that idea. As always, if you like anything in my videos, please like, share and subscribe, and ring that notification bell to keep me current in the YouTube algorithm. Anyway, enough of that, let's get on to building. Materials used in this project are quite simple. I use chipboard, cardstock, cable ties, that mesh and my fingernail jewellery bead rivets, and then the tools are a knife, scissors and wire cutters. We start the project off by making the sort of angled supports, and I'm using chipboard, and I measure two 5mm wide sections, the entire length of the piece of chipboard, and then these are cut into 4cm long parts. So I cut this all off with my knife. For the top and bottom of the side panels, I'm measuring 5mm wide, 20cm long strips of chipboard again. So I cut 4 of these. For the floor of the walkway, I'm doing a 20cm long, 5cm wide bit of chipboard, and I've measured 1cm intervals all the way across both ends, and then 2cm in from either end, and then I cut out a centimetre section on either side. So it's a centimetre of chipboard, a gap, centimetre of chipboard, gap, centimetre of chipboard. I do 2 of these panels. These are going to get glued together. The idea with the floor is that a piece of mesh is going to get sandwiched between those 2 chipboard sections we've just made. Now I don't want there to be a gap at the sides, so what I do now is cut some cardstock, and I do like 4mm wide, 20cm long section to go either side, and then just another bit, so it's 4.2 centimeters long, about 5mm wide for either end of the walkway. Off camera, I've cut the piece of mesh, and then it's gluing time, so I just slather that chipboard panel in PVA glue, whack down the mesh and cardstock pieces, more glue on the other side, the other panel of chipboard, whack that on top, put a weight on top and leave it till it's dried. Onto the side panels. Now I use my cutting mat measurements to line everything up, so you can see in the video there's a 2.5cm gap between the 2 long 20cm pieces of chipboard, and then the angled pieces are going to take up 2.5cm, so 2 of those is 5, so there's going to be 4 pairs all the way along to make the 20cm long section, and then these just get glued down with super glue. What I do next is just trim off any excess chipboard off any of those supports. At this point I realised I wanted this side panels to be a bit stronger, so I've cut another 4 5mm by 20cm long sections of chipboard, and these just get glued on the opposite side on those side panels. At this point, I was a little bit concerned that the top and bottom of the side panels was going to warp. So I've just cut some small sections of chipboard, which I whack into the spaces, and then I don't glue this, it will just get held in place until I Mod Podge, and it will stick then. Up next, cable ties. I've trimmed 2 cable ties to the correct length, and then these just get super glued on top of those side panels. Sorry, my head gets in shot here, but I'm just assembling it now. So I glue those side panels on, and to do this I just wedge one up to the floor panel, put something with a flat side the other side so it's all nice and straight, and then super glue, and do this, both sides. I want a little more detail on this walkway, so what I do next is cut 2 1.5 by 4 centimeter panels of cardstock, and I don't glue these on, just cut them out for now. I would love for this to be covered in rivets, but I haven't. No. Just no. So I've settled on 4 rivets on each of those card panels we've just made in the corners. So again, I'm just using those beads, and I whack them down, dab a super glue on a cocktail stick, and then just maneuver it into place. Off camera, I have Mod Podged everything, and then I've primed it all black, and then the walkway itself I've base coated burnt umber. But we're going on to those 2 card panels. I've got them down, I've got some 5mm masking tape, and I've marked them off for doing hazard stripes, and then I sponge on some white. Once that white paint's dried, I sponge over with like a flesh tone. Then finally, after that flesh tone's dried, I sponge over with yellow. Ooh, one of the most satisfying parts, peeling off that masking tape, but we had a little bit of leaking. Not bad. This just takes a little touch up with some black paint. Moving on to the walkway itself, I've blue tacked the whole thing to a pot so I can hold onto the pot and not the walkway itself, just for ease of painting. So I start off by giving the whole thing heavy dry brush of silver. I use a slightly different method here to paint the main section of the walkway. I've got this green paint which I've darkened and desaturated slightly by chucking in some black. And then I use my sponge on a stick and just sponge on the main section, and this leaves some silver showing through so it looks scratched and knackered. We'll move on to washing the entire thing soon, so at this point I grab those 2 hazard stripe panels, cover the backs with PVA, and stick these onto the ends of the walkway. Washing time. I cover the entire thing with my homemade black wash, link in the description on how I make that, and then I just dab some off with tissue. For the 2 hazard stripe sections, I want them a bit sort of warmer, so I go over with homemade brown wash. Same recipe as the black wash, just obviously brown paint. So I slather the 2 panels with that and then dab off a little. Weathering time. I come in with my rust texture. Again, link in the description on how I make this. So I just splat this on in a few different places. Using my sponge on a stick and burnt umber paint, I sponge over those rusty bits we've just made with the texture, and then also some sort of dirt and grime on the hazard stripes and the main body of the walkway. Final part of painting, using the sponge on the stick again, I sponge some orange over those rusty parts. And that is the project done. Here are a few photos of the finished piece. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers for now.